I thought I would make a short video telling you about the books that I have by my bedside. These are the books that I plan to be reading, and um, I consider myself a pretty consistent reader. I've had a pretty firm routine in that I'm normally very good about focusing on the book that I'm reading at the time, whether it's a short thing or a great big thick book. And then I pretty much always have some sort of bedtime reading. So if I'm tired and I don't want to keep reading my main book, I'll have something else I can read before I fall asleep. And then sometimes I'll have um, little breaks between the main book that I'm reading, um, which could be a short story or a play or a poem. And they're always something that I would read in like an hour or two. It doesn't completely knock me off track. But every once in a while, um, I begin to get unfocused. I get really big eyes and start um, amassing all of these books that I think that I basically want to read right now, and it kind of clutters up my mind and um, kind of reduces my enjoyment in reading. Um, so I'm gonna just show you all of the books that I've had right next to my bed that I think that I'm gonna be reading before the new year, and um, you'll see that it's obviously unrealistic. So this is an example of like a short little thing that I might be reading, and it's poetry of Mallarmé. Um, and I'm not even that big of a fan of Mallarmé. I was reading some other French poets and wanted to kind of dip into it. Agatha, or The Forgotten Sister by Robert Musil. This is a book that I had on pre-order, and um, I still am, I was very excited when it arrived, and I wanted to jump right into it. Um, and I've maybe read 20 or 30 pages, but I was already in the middle of something else, so I put it down, and I feel that I'm still going to be getting to it. This just came in, and it's another book where I think to myself that I'm going to be reading this. It's Orley Farm by Anthony Trollope. The Iliad by Homer. I'll show you two Balzac novels, or one's sort of two novellas. The Memoirs of Two Young Wives and The Black Sheep. I had a reread. I was thinking about my old friend Bob. This is one of his recommendations, and I've read it before, but I read maybe 20 or 30 pages of it recently. It's Chaos and Night by Henry de Montferland. This is a Christmas gift that I got myself from a gift card. It's a writer I've never read before. It's Abel and Cain by Gregor von Rizori. I don't know anything about it, and it's a nice thick thing. This has been one of my bedtime books. It's Purgatorio by Dante. I've been reading it maybe for little passages, but for the past like 4-6 months, something like that. And it sounds kind of bad, but it's a book that puts me to sleep. I do enjoy it. It's beautiful, but kind of knocks me out. And then to contrast that, I've also been reading History of My Life by Casanova. This is another bedtime reading, and this is not a book that has been putting me to sleep. This is a book that's been keeping me up at night. It's endlessly entertaining, fascinating. So then another bedtime book, which is kind of turned into more of a morning book is The Arabian Nights. Um, I've kind of taken a break on it, which I'm a little disappointed about. I'm gonna kind of make a decision on what I'm doing with it, but um, it's certainly not because of the book itself. I mean, it's hugely enjoyable. Then I got Crime and Punishment, which I've also just started. It's a new translation to me. And then the last one is Sleepwalkers by Herman Brock. This was recommended by someone who commented on one of my videos, Benjamin. And at the moment, this is the book that I want to focus on. It's it's a trilogy. It's 3 novels in here, and I have the day off. I don't have any plans today, so my goal for today is to at least read the first novel, which is only 150 pages, and if it's not too dense, I feel like that's realistic for a day. But basically, all of these other books I just need to put back on the shelves because when they're all right there, it's maybe not necessarily intimidating, but I become unfocused, and there's like 5 or 6 books that I've read between 30 pages to 100 pages, and what that amounts to is that I'm not really reading anything right now. I'm not reading any one book, and until I just kind of reset and clear them out of the way and just get them out of my sight, I'm not going to get back into my usual rhythm of reading. That's not to say that I don't want to read these books. I do, but I'm not going to read any of them if they're all just right in front of me. So I'm probably going to keep the Casanova book as my bedtime reading, and just for today, I'm going to be reading the first novel by Herman Brock. It's called The Romantic, and I am really looking forward to it. If I finish it today, I will be making a review, maybe this evening, telling you how I liked it. Anyway, those are, I had some idea that I was going to be reading like 5,000 pages before the new year, which is stupid to even think about. So I'm going to clear them all away and then have a fresh start. Leave a comment if you'd like. Let me know if you have read any of the books that I've mentioned, or if there's any certain one that you think that I really should read, or anything like that. Leave a comment. And thank you for watching. Bye.